Hi everyone, hope everyone are doing well. I'm here to present a part of this project titled as Ramial Chipwood, a sustainable approach to improve boreal soils in Canada. Before entering into the introduction, we all should know what boreal regions are. So boreal regions are the zones that encompasses the iron northern latitudes and they are present all over the continents and exclusively in Canada. They are characterized by the presence of cold tolerant tree species and with climatic conditions ranging from cool short summers to cold long winters. But with respect to global warming and climate change, Canada is expected to have longer growing seasons, and these climatic conditions are slowly taking a change of way, so making these boreal regions accessible for agriculture. But the problem with the boreal soils include weak soil structure, low pH, low organic carbon content, and low microbial activity. And all of these makes the soil quality very poor and making the soils not suitable for agriculture. So one of the prospective solution that we came up with is to incorporate Ramial chipidud, which is a source of amendment. And an important point to note over here is that Ramial chipidud is very different from normal wood chips or normal wood residues because these Ramial chipidud constitute only younger branches, twigs, and leaves, and they are of very rich nutrient content and lignin content. Another reason for selecting these as the prospective solution is because of the high availability over the boreal regions and the cost is comparatively low when compared to other amendments. Before doing anything, we did do a literature review, and the shocking thing to note is that the effect of ramachipedut on soil quality, when we did a literature review on that, limited information was available. The beneficial effects or whatever effects that ramachipedut can induce on the soil quality was not well known. But researchers did do field studies using normal wood chips as a source of amendment, and they found two major problems. The first one was inhibition of seed germination, of course. So in before doing anything, we did do a germination test, and we compared the results with the normal control. And the second problem that we observed was nitrogen immobilization. Of course, when we apply a larger carbon source, microorganisms gets worked up, and they started utilizing all the carbon or breaking down all the carbon, and they store all the nitrogen into the cells, thereby making the nitrogen unavailable to the plants. So what we did is that we actually did a field study, and in our field study, when we applied Ramiel chipwood, we introduced a nitrogen rich source of amendment, namely liquid dairy manure, in order to boost the nitrogen source for plants as well as microorganisms. Now, jumping off to the methodology, what did we do? As I mentioned earlier, we did a field study in a boreal region of Canada, and our boreal region is situated in Normandy, Quebec. And we collected Ramiel chipwood and liquid dairy manure near Normandy. And as I said earlier, we did a germination test, and in our germination test, we found that Ramiel chipwood actually improved the germination rate of both lettuce and radish when compared to control. This Normandan field was moldboard plowed on 2021 spring, and we had 5 treatments. The first treatment was control, as usual, nothing applied. Our second treatment was a mineral fertilizer, calcium ammonium nitrate, which can give us 40 kg nitrogen per hectare. Our third treatment was liquid dairy manure, just liquid dairy manure alone, which can give us 40 kg nitrogen per hectare. And our fourth treatment was liquid dairy manure along with Ramiel chipwood, which can give us 24 tons of carbon per hectare, or in quantity terms, 50,000 kg per hectare. Our fifth treatment was liquid dairy manure along with Ramiel chipwood, which can give the double the turn of the fourth treatment. So that is 48 tons of carbon per hectare, or quantity terms 600 meter cube, or 1 lakh kg per hectare. So we did do a randomized complete block design with 4 replicates, so totaling up to 20 experimental units. Each of these treatments were incorporated up to 15 centimeter depth using a rotocultivator on 2021 spring. And the plots were sown with Alisa barley along with Alsike clover and tall fescue. We did have 3 sampling dates over a period of 2 years, and we took the samples at 0 to 15 centimeter depth, which we incorporated. And when it comes to measurements, we assessed for wet aggregate stability, easily extractable glomalin related soil protein, EEGRSP, permanganate oxidizable carbon, POTC, pH,
Shreemi,
soil respiration. The summary of methodology is nothing but I did the field study, randomized complete block design, 5 treatments. First treatment was control, second one was a fertilizer, third one was liquid dairy manure, fourth treatment was liquid dairy manure along with 24 tons of carbon per hectare as Ramial chipidud. Fifth treatment was liquid dairy manure along with 48 tons of carbon per hectare as Ramial chipidud. Plots were sown with Alisa barley along with Alsike clover and tall fescue. 3 sampling dates over the period of 2 years. 0 to 15 centimeter depth of the soil was taken for assessing 7 measurements, namely wet aggregate stability, easily extractable glomalin related soil protein, permanganate oxidizable carbon, pH, soil respiration, total carbon content, and total nitrogen content. So you guys can see my next slide results.
Yeah, we can see it, Shreemi.
Yeah, perfect. So now coming to the interesting part, results. I know there's a lot of paragraphs going on over here. So the first section is before treatment, where we didn't apply any sort of treatment and it's just the barren soil. You can see everything is straight through. And at the end of 2021 fall, we did observe certain significant changes with treatment 4 and treatment 5, where we applied Ramial chipidud. It significantly improved the purple bars that I showed over there, wet aggregate stability, EEGRSP, pH, and soil respiration. And at the end of 2022 fall, you can see the yellow bar stood up. It significantly improved all the parameters that we assessed for, except for nitrogen content, though, which is not shown in the slide over here, because we didn't observe any significant difference between the treatments for the total nitrogen content. But except for that, all the other 6 parameters where we applied liquid dairy manure at 40 kg nitrogen per hectare along with Ramial chipidud at 48 tons of carbon per hectare or 600 meter cube or 1 lakh kg per hectare effectively improve the soil quality. And it also corroborates with previous research studies where the researchers incorporated normal wood chips as an amendment. So our final conclusion from our 2-year field study is that Ramial chipidud could be a sustainable long-term amendment option for improving soil quality in boreal region of Canada. And our future directions include increasing or prolonging the longevity of this field study in order to fully understand how long Ramial chipidud could provide these beneficial effects to the soil. And the second thing is to compare the effects of normal wood chips with Ramial chipidud and how higher or how lower this beneficial effects can be between these two amendments. Finally, I would like to thank my supervisors, Dr. Vicky Levick and Dr. Derek Lynch, for their continuous support throughout this field study, and my sincere most thanks to John Lafont for helping me with the field study at Normandin, Quebec, and most sincere acknowledgements to Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, AFC, for funding this project, and Dalhousie University for their scholarship contributions. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for all the wonderful presentations that you have given throughout. And if you have any questions or concerns, be happy to answer them.